Do not take this lightly. If you're in this path, we now have a large and extremely dangerous tornado confirmed near Mattawan. That's 6 miles west of Portage. The National Weather Service has been surveying damage all day long here in Portage, including right here along Timber Creek Court, where they say they found the most significant damage. That's when I think we could have some breaks in the clouds, some peaks of sunshine, and that will give us enough instability to fire up some thunderstorms. So notice around 4 or 5 o'clock, we start to see those storms moving in from the south and the west. 6, 7 p.m., we're dealing with some of those scattered showers and some thunderstorms, some of which could be strong to even severe, but there is the potential there for some very heavy rain and also the chance for some flooding. Right now, the Weather Prediction Center has highlighted much of lower Michigan here in that yellow shading under a slight or a 2 out of 4 risk for excessive rainfall. So especially in those low-lying, poor drainage areas, we could be dealing with some flooding. Yeah, Jessica, Andy, I'm on East V Avenue, just east of 36th Street, and you can see behind me, there's still water flowing over the roadways. A car is traveling over the water right now. There's water flowing over people's driveways and also through their properties. And residents here along this stretch of road tell me they're no stranger to flooding, as this happens every time heavy rain falls. Southwest Allegan, western Van Buren, down into Cass counties. That's where I think we could see a bullseye of 6 or more inches of snow. Could have close to a foot in some spots if some of our short-range models are keying in on a dominant snow band that just sets up and doesn't really budge. That snow will easily blow around, which could create whiteout conditions. So please use extra caution if you're going to be traveling around today. These types of events are when we see these pileups occur, especially on those major roadways. This area of low pressure approaching our region, it'll bring some more rain Tuesday afternoon, and then look what happens as this low kind of just meanders off to our east. Some really cold air is funneling around the back side of that system, and that's going to bring in a northerly wind. That's going to allow for some snow. This is known as a cutoff low. It's cut off from the jet stream. It's because we have this ridge of high pressure right over top of our area. That produces sinking air. When air sinks, it dries that air out. It also warms it up. So that's why we're going to be dealing with these hot conditions and these dry conditions for quite a while. These brown, dry, crunchy leaves scattered across the ground, and that's because some trees are stressed across the area with the lack of rainfall we've received over the last several weeks. You know, in Kalamazoo, we've only picked up 0.14 of an inch of rain over the course of the last month. Definitely a fall-like day. Go ahead and get that pumpkin spice latte extra large. Why not? It's a chilly start to the day. It'll warm you up, but we'll climb up into the upper 50s, lower 60s later on this afternoon and this evening. Well, hey, from alligators and pythons to red pandas, here's a live look at our red panda cam over at the Binder Park Zoo. Hoping this is a spider web and not a ghost floating around the habitat, but no sign of Justin or Garnett this morning. They're sleeping in on this Wednesday morning. I don't blame them. Yeah, in dog houses, you know. And that's just like one night. I can't imagine those animals that are out there, you know, every single night. That was, speaking of my cat, keep bringing him up now. Sound like a crazy cat dad. But he was actually a stray cat. So a whole year, he was out in the winter cold. They just don't, it's crazy how they do that. Princess, thank you so much. We had a very heavy band of snow that moved through earlier, a snow squall that produced gusty winds, heavy snow, and also some thunder snow. Teresa Raymond sent this picture, or this video rather, in from Paw Paw. Look at that bright flash. And if you could hear it, there was some thunder after that flash, that's for sure. We had lots of thunder snow all across West Michigan as that powerful snow squall moved through our region. And speaking of powerful, look at these wind reports. South Haven had a wind report of 74 miles per hour, a 67 mile per hour report in Saugatuck. St. Joe, 63 miles per hour. Look at that. Whitehall in Muskegon County had a 61 mile per hour wind gust, and Paw Paw 45 miles per hour, and at the Kalamazoo Battle Creek International Airport a 48 mile per hour wind gust. So some very powerful winds, some heavy snow as that snow squall moved through. And right now we're dealing with the lake effect snow as those winds start to flip out of the northwest. That'll really get the lake effect machine cranking throughout the overnight hours and into our Thursday as well. Here's a live look at downtown Battle Creek. The snow was coming down a little heavier earlier. Still seeing some snow showers there over the Cereal City, and temperatures are plummeting. Notice right now we're in the low to mid 20s, 23 in Kalamazoo, 24 in the Cereal City, as well as GR and Holland. If you'll remember at 6 p.m. during our 6 p.m. show, temperatures were right at, if not a little above freezing. So those temperatures dropping fast, and they'll eventually make it down into the teens and the lower 20s late tonight. So we have some lake effect snow falling right now. Notice that's that squall line that passed through earlier, bringing us some heavy snow, gusty winds, some lightning and thunder as well. Now we're dealing with these bands that are oriented from northwest to southeast. That's some lake effect snow falling right now, and it's heavy across portions of northeast Allegan, southeastern Berry County, another band right now in northeastern Van Buren County. That's where we could have those rapid reductions in visibility and that wind blowing the snow around as well. Now this lake effect will continue throughout the overnight hours. Tomorrow morning, as you're waking up, stepping out the door, I think most of the lake effect is west of Kalamazoo. Now notice during the afternoon hours, we could have a pretty healthy band of lake effect developing Thursday afternoon and Thursday evening. That could produce some pretty heavy rates of snow, some gusty winds with it as well. So we'll watch that very closely, see where it ends up setting up throughout our Thursday. Otherwise, lake effect continues Thursday evening. Starting to wind down Thursday night, we could just see a few leftover snow showers on Friday morning, maybe, perhaps, a glimpse of some sunshine by Friday afternoon around lunchtime. It will be cold, though. A winter storm warning in effect for all the counties shaded in pink. When the storm is all said and done, we're expected to pick up 5 to 11 inches of snow. We could have some locally higher amounts. A winter weather advisory for the counties here in purple, just expecting some lower snow amounts, but still some very gusty winds. Could even have some whiteouts with that snow blowing around. So notice the highest totals here in pink, and then we have some lower amounts the further east you go. This dark blue shading looking at 2 to 6 inches, and this lighter shading here 1 to 3 inches. So of course the snow belt getting the most snow from this as expected with this lake effect snow tonight and throughout the day on Thursday. Notice tomorrow morning you're stepping out the door, temperatures in the teens and lower 20s. This bottom row feels like temperatures in the single digits, and we'll only have wind chills in the teens throughout our Thursday afternoon when you factor in those winds. So tonight, heavy lake effect snow possible at times. Tomorrow that lake effect will continue. That's why we have issued a weather alert day for your Thursday. Wind chills in the teens, if not the lower 20s all day long. Some leftover snow showers possible on Friday. Look at that though. Could see some sunshine by the weekend and a big warm up by Monday. High temperatures in the upper 40s with some rain.
Heat wave coming our way.
It's all going to melt, huh?
I know.
And
sweating just thinking about it there.